Danny Rohl is set for his biggest test yet as Rangers manager, with the German preparing to face Celtic in what promises to be a defining Old Firm clash. Having made an encouraging start to life at Ibrox, Rohl has quickly lifted spirits within the squad, but he's now been issued a strong warning ahead of Sunday's crucial showdown. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the outcome could have a major influence on how his early tenure is judged by the Rangers faithful. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Danny Rohl has been handed a stark warning ahead of his first Old Firm derby as Rangers manager, a match that could shape not only his early tenure but also how he is perceived by the Ibrox faithful. The German coach was appointed earlier this month following a drawn-out recruitment process that saw Rangers explore multiple candidates before settling on the former Sheffield Wednesday boss. His arrival has brought a wave of intrigue and cautious optimism, with supporters hopeful that his modern high-intensity style can rejuvenate a squad that had been struggling for consistency. Rohl has made a bright start to life in Glasgow, recording back-to-back Scottish Premiership victories to lift Rangers into third place. His side have shown glimpses of a new identity under his guidance, pressing higher, moving the ball quicker, and showing greater purpose in attack. However, despite these encouraging signs, Rangers remain 11 points adrift of league leaders' Hearts, leaving little room for error if they are to mount a credible title challenge this season. Attention now turns to this Sunday's Scottish League Cup semi-final clash against Celtic, a fixture that never fails to carry enormous weight. The Old Firm rivalry is always fierce, but for a newly appointed manager, it represents both a test of nerve and a potential turning point. Victory would not only secure a spot in the final, but also instantly endear Rohl to the Rangers support, while defeat, especially a heavy one, could see patience quickly wear thin. Former Aberdeen Chief Executive Keith Weines, who also held senior roles at Everton and Aston Villa, and now operates as a football consultant, believes the result of this weekend's derby could be pivotal in shaping the early perception of Rohl among fans. Speaking recently, Weines outlined just how volatile the expectations can be at Ibrox when it comes to facing their greatest rivals. Danny Rohl's probably lucky to come in at the right time. He's going to be given a chance, Weines said. Results will dictate, but I think that Rohl has got more of a chance than anybody to try and settle down. He's made a decent start in terms of communication. However, Weines was quick to underline the unforgiving nature of the fixture and the scrutiny that inevitably follows its outcome. But still, we've got the Old Firm game coming up at the weekend, so we'll see how that goes for Danny Rohl and Martin O'Neill. You never thought you'd be saying that 2 weeks ago. I think Rohl's going to get a bit of a chance. If he wins the Old Firm game, it'll be dead easy. If he loses 5-0, the fans will be after his head again. So, I'm afraid it all comes down to Rangers and Celtic and those Old Firm games. People try and say it isn't, but I'm afraid there's still chronic short-termism in terms of Scottish football for those two clubs. Weins' comments highlight the reality that success in Glasgow is often judged through the lens of Old Firm results. Even in the early stages of a manager's tenure, these clashes have the power to shift public opinion dramatically. For Rohl, the challenge is not just tactical, but psychological, managing the immense pressure that comes with representing one half of Scottish football's fiercest divide. As the German prepares for his first taste of the Old Firm, his focus will undoubtedly be on maintaining the momentum from his opening games and proving that Rangers can compete with their greatest rivals under his leadership. A win could cement his early reputation and buy valuable time for his ideas to take hold. A loss, particularly a damaging one, would serve as an early reminder of how quickly the mood can turn at Ibrox. In other news, Barry Ferguson likes the cut of Danny Rohl's jib. The Rangers legend has liked the noises the new manager has been making since walking in the door 2 weeks ago. After walking into a club in crisis, the German talked about creating a synergy between the team and the fans again by having a team prepared to leave it all out there on the pitch. After a chastening 3-0 defeat to Brann just days after starting the job, there have been 2 straight wins in the Premiership over Kilmarnock and Hibs. Ferguson, who took the team on an interim basis last season, has taken to the 36-year-old because his message has struck a chord with both him and the fan base. He said in the Daily Record, "First and foremost, Danny has spoken about reconnecting the fans with the team, and that's music to my ears. It tells me he gets it. He also seems to have realised already how to make that happen by sending out a team which, at the very least, is prepared to battle and scratch for the badge on the shirt." Yes, Rangers fans can be very demanding, but only because they want to see their side winning games of football. On the flip side, they're also not that hard to please. So long as they see a group of players out there who are prepared to run their nuts off, they stick with them even at times when the football isn't always full of pretty passing and patterns of play. Give these guys honesty, grit, and sheer determination, and they'll have your back all the way. Rohl doesn't just talk the talk, however. So far he is walking the walk too. Rangers had only won 1 league game before his arrival, with a last-minute winner over Livingston. They've now trebled that tally after his 2 games in charge. He has already used a back 3 and a back 4 at different times, and Ferguson is impressed by that tactical flexibility. He added, "First of all, the manager deserves praise for quickly figuring out a system and formation which suits the players inside his dressing room. All I hear these days is about philosophies and coaches with very specific signature styles of play, no matter what's actually happening out there on the pitch." I've never bought into that. In my mind, the best managers are the ones who are flexible and able to think on their feet. What is the point in sticking to one way of playing the game when everyone else out there knows exactly what that looks like? To my mind, it's always better to keep the other guys guessing. Danny has already switched from a back 4 to a back 3. Hibs were probably having to plan for them both the other night. And the way Rangers dominated the first half tells me that David Gray and his players were caught by surprise. I enjoyed the intensity and the speed of some of the forward play. There were some really nice bits of football and, best of all, they were going about their business with an unmistakable bit of bite. That's what any proper Rangers side needs as a bare minimum. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.